Hey guys, it's Cali. I'm back with another mission inspiration video today. This is Mike Deakin's challenge. He posts 10 prompts every month for his mission inspiration challenge. He has a Facebook group and he encourages everyone to join along. I'm going to show you how I interpreted his prompts for this month. So let's just get started. I'll show you. This was January and February, and now late in the month, but I'm bringing you March's page. So I had a lot of fun creating this page. Great acts are made up of small deeds, and that is very true. So if you're interested in checking out how I did this, please stick around. I'll put all links to Mike's channel and the Mission Inspiration group below, and I encourage you to follow along. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, get comfy, and I'll show you how I did it. See you in just a minute. Okay guys, so we're going to start and see what the prompts are. I've already prepared the page just with a piece of masking tape down the middle, and we have our list of 10 prompts. The first one is to apply a layer of black or white gesso. Well, being that I only have white gesso, that makes my choice very easy. I have this Daler and Rowney Simply Acrylic Gesso in white, and I'm just going to put a little in my palette dish and give the page a good coat. And this seems easy enough way to start. It's good to have a good underlayer. I'm always excited to see how these pages are going to turn out because I have no idea. And I wonder if when Mike picks these prompts, if he does them, you know, secretly, without looking at them. I have to ask him. Okay guys, so we're going to let this dry and we'll be back with the next prompt, which will be add white or black paint opposite of our gesso. And obviously that's going to be black paint for me. So see you in just a second, and I'll be back with some black paint. Okay guys, this is nice and dry now, and I have some Americana acrylic paint in lamp black, and I've decided to use a little sponge brush and a little stencil. I have this Andy Skinner stencil that I got from Deco Art, and I haven't used it yet, so I thought this would be a good opportunity. And I'm just going to kind of place it in the center, and if I feel like it, we can do the edges as well. But let's see, there's really no right side up or down, but I'm going to do it this way. And like I said, I have my little palette dish here and a sponge brush, and I'm just going to get going and try not to make a mess of it. I was tempted to use some of my acrylic sprays, but the prompt said paint, so paint it is. I think this will look cool. And again, there'll be so many layers on top of this that I'm not really too worried about it being perfect. Yeah, I think it'll show up nice against the white background anyway. So, okay guys, let me just finish up this, and like I said, if I don't like how it looks without the edges being done, I will do more. But actually, you know what, I'll stay here. Let me just stay here and show you. How about that? Let's see. Someday I'll learn how to speed up my videos. Today I'm using my webcam, and I tried to use my new microphone, but I didn't have success with that. So slowly but surely I'm learning more here. So thank you for sticking with me. Okay, let's see how that looks. That looks excellent. Wow, I like it a lot. I don't know, what do you think? Should I leave the edges? It's kind of big. Can you see? Yeah, there you go. You know what, you guys? I'm gonna go in like this and just do the edges, top and bottom, just to get it all filled in. Let's see. Again, there'll be so much stuff on top of this, I would imagine. Cool. It just looks like graffiti. It's great. And then let's do up here again. Really cool. Okay guys, I think that looks great. Great, great, great. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry, and then the next prompt is going to be add illegible scribbled words. So, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet, but I'll think on it while this is drying, and I'll show you what I've come up with in a second. Okay guys, so our next prompt is to add an illegible scribbled words, and I just grabbed a Sharpie that's kind of in a gray color here, and I don't know, let's see what I do. Feels like my pen's running out of ink. Okay. That's illegible even to me. I kind of combine the words to two songs. some lyrics, so I'm not going to tell you what they are. And I probably won't remember 6 months from now, but that's okay. Our next prompt is going to be to add some grocery receipt fragments, which I did save a receipt when I first printed off these prompts maybe 2 weeks ago, because I normally throw receipts away. So let me just gather where I got those, and I'll be back here for prompt number 4. Okay, as you can see, step 4 is to add grocery receipt fragments. So like I told you, I'd saved a couple from a little while ago, and I've just ripped off any identifying information, because I know someone will be staring at this with a magnifying glass, right? Give me a break. But I did, and I'm just going to rip these up, and we're literally going to just randomly glue them onto the page. And I have no plan at all. Trying to keep this as spontaneous as possible. I certainly have never done such a black and white piece before. I'm using my Americana Decoupage matte medium glue sealer finish. Love this stuff. So let's just glue some down. Ideally, I like to glue the back of these. This helps it avoid bubbles, but I'm not going to be too fussy with it. So I hope you guys have given this a try. I know I've heard from a few people who are doing the mission along, and I'll put all the links below. There's a Facebook group that Mike started, and there's been a lot of great response. I know they're already getting ready for the April mission, so that's how late I am, if you will, with getting this one in, although there's no deadline. But it's been fun. Yeah, so what do you think, guys? I don't want to do too much here. Cover up, but you could see all of that stenciling is coming through, which is really cool. Let's see. Just a couple more over here. And I think that's, I always say that's it, and then I'm going to do one more, right? Let's see down here. Okay, that was short and sweet. The next step after this is to add patterned paper shapes. So I'm going to find some of my patterned paper. I may use some that I've received in Happy Mail. That's a good idea. And cut out some shapes. And I'm not sure which shapes we're going to cut out, but I'll see you back here when I have that done. Okay? Okay, so step 5 is to add patterned paper shapes, and I went in my stash and I pulled out this tissue paper that was given to me by a dear friend of mine, and I think it's beautiful. And I took a quilting template that I have, because I didn't want to just do circles or hearts or, you know, squares. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I just used this shape right here, and, you know, a Sharpie pen. I traced it out, and then I cut them out, and I made about 9 of these. Okay, so we're just going to use my Americana Decoupage again, and I'm going to scatter these. I cut out, yeah, about 9, let's say. Not even about. I cut out exactly 9. And I'm just going to scatter them about. And this should go down really easy because of the tissue. And you know I had to get some purple in there. It's just too black and white. So these would look cool though. Okay, you guys, so I'm just going to fill up the page randomly, and let's see, sorry if I wasn't even on camera. And we'll let them dry. And then we'll come back for the next step, which will be add focal or focal collage image. Okay, again, no, whoa, just rip that. Careful, Cali. Okay, guys, let me get to ripping this up some more, and I'll be back with our focal collage image, and we'll see what this looks like when it's dry. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so for this next step, which is to add a focal or collage image, I decided to use something from a magazine that I got this week and some Happy Mail. I hesitated to cut it, but I think she would want me to. I got this from Deb Wotan. Thank you, Deb. And I took it from the beginning, like near the contents. But there are these amazing pictures of these mandalas that this woman creates out of elements of nature and things like that. And I just thought they were gorgeous flowered mandalas. So I took one of those and I just fussy cut it a little bit. Now the original image included this orange outer layer here, but I didn't like, it was a little too big for the page, I thought, so I just cut that part out. And I'll save this for sure. There was some writing on it too, but I don't care. But I'll save this for other elements. But isn't this gorgeous, you guys? These look like bleeding heart petals. And it made me inspired to want to, you know, I like to look at rocks that way and things like that, but I just have so much respect for people who do this kind of thing on a regular basis. Anyway, this is the element I chose, and good thing I still had out my decoupage, so even though my page is still a little tacky from adding the shapes, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to put this pretty much dead center, and then we're going to let the whole thing dry again. But I really am enjoying how this page is coming out. And who could predict this, you know? You really can't, which is part of the whole magic of it. And this paper is a lot sturdier than the tissue paper we were playing with before. So, yeah, I'm going to let this dry. You know the drill. We'll be back with the next step, which is going to be to make marks with a credit card. Well, I don't have a credit card. No, I'm sure I have some kind of mark making card. Yeah, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so our next step is to make marks with a credit card, and I was able to scrounge up a pharmacy discount card here, so I'm going to use some of this Apple Barrel Lime Tree acrylic paint by Plaid. So I've just put some in my palette dish, and I'm gonna just dive in with the credit card and see what we get here. Obviously it'll be some semi-straight lines, right? These colors are very spring-like, which, depending on when you're watching this and where you live, but it's becoming spring here. I'm having a lot of fun with this page. Oh, that was a little weird. The small end. Try not to get too hung up on being precise. Just go with it. I love looking at everybody else's pages to see what they come up with too. It's fun. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Just kind of frame it out here. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm going to try to keep the flower untouched, or the mandala here untouched as much as I can, but I don't want to do too much. Should I cross it? I'm going to leave it as I do one more, right? I don't know, what do you think? Let's go for it. What the heck? Yeah, I like it. Take a risk. Such a daredevil. That looks cool. Alright, I'm happy with that, you guys. So I'll do one more. I'll let this dry, and what's our next prompt? Our next prompt is to apply one highlight color through a stencil. Oh, okay, well, this will be interesting. I'll be back with a stencil and a highlight. Okay, so step 8 is to apply one highlight color through a stencil. And I had a hard time figuring out which color I wanted to do, and etc. But the stencil that I picked is another Deco Art. This is their Patio Paint Home and Garden. These are reusable stick-on stencils, and while this isn't a garden project, I'm going to use this mandala one, and I'm going to take my chances and cover up our little existing one here. And I'm really hoping I don't ruin this now. And I'm going to take my Deco Art Media Shimmer Mister in turquoise, and I'm going to attempt to just apply it here, and fingers crossed we will be successful. So let me make sure this is spraying. Here we go. I don't want to make it too runny. Okay. Do you guys think I should blot that? Probably not, right? I have a scrap piece of paper here that I've been kind of wiping off on. Let me see if I can just pick that up. Well, we kind of made a mess there. Not really too happy with that. I wonder if I could take that off. What do you think? Should I redo it or leave it? I'm going to wipe it. Let's try one more time. Catch it while it's fresh. Alright. I think I just flooded it, you know? If it doesn't work this time, I'll just leave it. That's it. Yeah. Not really doing too well here, folks. But it is what it is. Doesn't look too bad, right? I don't really think that's, well, you know what? Like I said, it is what it is. Should I do more? Or would that be overkill? Would that be overkill? How about white? I'm just determined to mess it up. Should I do more of these around?
try one. I don't know if this is the right spray. It's kind of pretty. What do you guys think? You see that all right? It'd be nice if you actually could see, wouldn't it? Let's try it up here. I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, it's just coming out a little thick. But I like it. Yeah, that's pretty too. I'm making pretty drop paper over here. Alright, let's try one more down in the corner. One on the corner. I just have a heavy spraying hand. I need to just lighten up a little bit. Alright, one more in the corner, and that's what I'm gonna end with. Look, if anything, it's pretty shimmer. You can see the pattern. You know, I think it does add to it. I wasn't real successful in the middle there, but maybe once it dries. I think it's beautiful, all the colors, you know. Do you guys like it? I like the turquoise with the green for sure. For sure. Okay, so our next, I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll come back and we are going to add journaling, a quote or a phrase. I don't know, but I'll think of something, and we'll come back and apply that, and then we're almost done. Add drips and splatters with metallic or mica paint. So, see you in just a minute when I think of a quote, and this is dry.
Okay, so for step 9, it was add journaling, quote, or phrase. And I went online and looked up Zen quotes and saw a good one by Lao Tzu. And it says, great acts are made up of small deeds. And I truly believe that. So all I did was just take a piece of the scrap mixed media paper that I was using to wipe off on, and I just ripped out a piece, and I used my Faber-Castell Pitt pens and just wrote out the words, and I went over them with my Signal white ball, gel pen, and I also did some doodling, as you can see. I went around the flower petals, and I did a little black and white border, and just kind of played around with that. So I'm happy with the way that worked out. And I colored the paper with some of this Tim Holtz Distress Stain in Faded Jeans. So the very last step is going to be add drips, splatters with metallic or mica paint. So I'm going to see what I have along those lines, and I'll see you back here and we'll finish it up. See you in a second. Okay, so our last prompt is to add drips and splatters with metallic or mica paint. And I went through my stash and I found this DecoArt metallic, dazzling metallics in crystal green that I've had for ages, and I even had watered it down at one point. So it's super fluid, and I'm just going to put a little bit in my palette dish here. And I have an old toothbrush. So I'm just going to do some splatters with the toothbrush, and I'm going to try to cover up spots so it doesn't get too much on the flower or the wording, but we'll see. Splatters are so much fun, aren't they? If you guys decide to try this, tag me for sure. And again, I will put Mike's links in the description box below. Head on over to his Facebook group. I'm sure he would love to have you. He posts these mission inspirations monthly, and they're a lot of fun. They're especially a lot of fun if you're not used to doing art. It's a good way to kind of get your feet wet. The heck with it, let's just splatter. So I hope you've enjoyed this, you guys, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you do. I make videos very frequently, and I will talk to you guys very soon. I'll definitely be here next month with another mission inspiration page, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful night. I'll insert some pics at the end so you can get some close-ups. And yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Check out all the description links below. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.